Hello. Hello everyone. Hi Ivy. Hi Blue. Hi Inshinya. Hi Maple. Hi Sunstrike. We're doing the Gorge. Gorge. Hi Lilac. Oh hi Dish Sue. I missed the literal first comment. Gorge. Gorge. Scourge, Scourge, Gorge, Gorge. This is just my first sketch. Well, this isn't technically my first sketch. My first sketch was this one. And even that wasn't my first sketch. But I don't think I've ever streamed when it's still like in limbo like this. I thought I'd try it. I've actually been wanting to change this up a little bit. I have a lot of sketch layers. I like finalizing like a little bit at a time, especially in like large pictures like this. Like I didn't actually finish sketching out this tree. It makes it less intimidating when you're finally going on the line art if you like sketch a lot before that. The tree. I don't have a season planned for this one. Hey Seer, haven't seen you in a while, hope you're doing good. Hey Pearl. Peachy, I don't think I said hi to you. Letry. Yeah, I don't know what season to put this one in. I'm doing it during the SkyClan manga, which according to the wiki takes place in winter, but like late winter. But literally the manga looks like it's like summer, so I'm just like, alrighty then. I'm going to do a little bit more sketching on the background, and then I'm going to start finalizing. I don't want to do another spring picture, you can't make me. Oh my god. The heather and the gorge killed me. The reason the Winkland picture took like the longest, it took me like 4 months to do, is because the freaking heather, I was getting carpal tunnel really bad. I couldn't work on it for very long. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Peachy, but there's also like a flood. Light pinks. That would work because I think is the gorge like okay, so the gorge is gorge. I'm gonna alternate between them as I say it, because I mean I've obviously been to a lot of gorges and it's a very much an American word too, but I just don't say it very often. But the gorge is one of the like you know how in SkyClan's Destiny and in Firestar's Quest there was a picture, like they had that map of the gorge. That was one of the maps that I loved the most when I was reading it growing up, so I really did base a lot of what I think that the camp looks like on that map. And it's called Deep Sands Gorge. So would you like think, would the walls be like a sandy color? Because then I'm like sitting here and I'm like, I make the ThunderClan Gorge, like the ThunderClan Forest Camp that's in like a little mini gorge. I make that like a sandy color because it's kind of like a sandy ravine. So I'm like, well, is it gonna look too similar? And then it's like the ThunderClan Lake Camp's like a quarry. And I usually make the quarry like a pretty tan color too. And I'm like, but, so, I don't know. But in the manga, it's like almost like a limestone color in the SkyClan manga. I don't know. I haven't even begun to think about coloring this. I guess, I don't know. Yeah, the dark yellow sandstone is like what I make the quarry in the lake camp. And I don't know. I'm probably overthinking it. Yeah, there is a big rock. It's called the rock pile. And it's towards the edge of the camp. And it's right here. Trust me, I went on the camp wiki. I didn't reread Firestar's quest, but I might. Yeah, I was thinking like a sand. It's called Deep Sands Gorge, so I mean, I assume it's supposed to be like a sandstone or limestone. And admittedly, most gorges that I go to in America are like, I went like I went to the Finger Lakes in Upper New York, and they have a. Here, I'm gonna show you guys this picture because this is like the gorge that I just went to. It's called Watkins Glen Gorge. See, so this is like when I think of gorges, this is what I'm thinking of. What's a good picture? Like this one. Like this is what I think of when you say like a gorge here. So it's like a very dark, like, this was a beautiful hike, by the way. But it was like, but this doesn't scream deep sands. This is like a, like, this is probably what the gorge would look like in, like, I mean, it was a deciduous forest, so it's probably more what like the ThunderClan Gorge would look like. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I probably shouldn't have made the ThunderClan Forest Gorge like tan. Yeah, it's up by the Finger Lakes 7, Watkins Glen. It's like a huge gorge. It's probably the biggest one I've been to, but it was beautiful. I went to it like a couple years ago, so it's like fresh in my mind. But it's got like really high walls. Yeah, I'll probably end up making it sandy colored. It's gonna probably, so if I make it sandy colored, I'm probably not gonna be able to make it in the autumn, because then if it was in the autumn, it would look way too much like the ThunderClan camp, I think. Thanks, Toon. That was just me trying to like figure out how to how to how to make the different levels of the camp different, just to help me. But I don't know. That's true. I'm like trying to think of Firestar and Sky and like Firestar's Quest, he's like, wow, they must have had really hard paw pads to be walking on this all the time. So I'm like, it's gotta be a little different from Thunderland Camp. Make it in the rain. That's true. I mean, so this takes place in the manga, and it does rain, and it does, like, flood afterward. ... But then I wouldn't be able to draw all these cats, like, out here having a good time. Make it at night. Yeah, I could make it at night. That'd be cute, Austin. I could make it like... And then... Oh, okay. So it's still nice rain. Yeah. This is the first, by the way, I don't know if I've ever showed this. This is my first, like, go with the cats, just to, like, I haven't figured out who each of these cats are yet. It's just me, like, trying to figure out what a cat could be doing in, like, a specific part. Like, these guys are racing, and look, I even have, like, this thing right here, where it's, oh, it got kind of cut off. These guys were racing, and they have, like, a stick set up as, like, the finish line. It's like, these guys are cheering. I'm like, yeah. I don't know who it is yet, but I haven't decided. And these, I just did the camp walls like this because I was trying to get like the 3D. I was trying to figure out how it all worked. Nah, share. Sometimes I do, like, so I haven't, I won't assign any of these, like, I'll probably straight up draw, like, Leaf Star and Billy Storm and their kits somewhere, but if it's just, like, a minor character, typically I'll just pick one. Yeah. I really liked reading Firestar's Quest and SkyClan's Destiny, honestly. Hawkwing's Journey was okay, at least the beginning. It kind of dragged on too long. So, I do sometimes draw the character straight up. Especially if I really like the character. I'm like, I really want them to look like this. That'd be cute, Austin. There's only 3 apprentices in the book, and I picked the manga so I could have Soul in this picture. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with Soul. There's actually a lot of cats in SkyClan at this moment. I was looking, because I'll use SkyClan's Destiny and the manga, because the manga happens like almost right after SkyClan's Destiny. Yeah. He stops going back home, I think, at the end of the manga. So, that's the other thing. I don't know if I want to do this at night tune because they have Daylight Warriors, and I'd like to include the Daylight Warriors because a lot of the Daylight Warriors won't be in the next SkyClan picture. So I'd like to include them if possible. I think the only one that's still alive at the lake is like MacGyver. I don't know. In the rain could be fun. I feel like I should have like a River Clan in the rain, but I haven't decided when I want to do River. Well, I haven't decided what season I want River Clan to be in. I was thinking like maybe River Clan could be in the winter at the lake, and then I could have them playing on the ice, like on the river or something. Leaf Star would have had her kits. Because they will be the only kits in the picture. The silhouettes help a lot, Cher, because then you can kind of like, they like help you place hold and like. Which book? I am caught up. Vibes. I've read all of them. I think this will take place... See, it's like a really weird time because I want... So in the SkyClan manga, the like main things that happen is Leaf Star has her kits, she gets trapped in the two-leg den, Soul helps rescue her and is invited into SkyClan. The flood happens, and then Soul takes the kits to like try to prove himself to SkyClan and gets torn out. Gets like kicked out. So it has to be between the time before the flood, because the flood kills some cats that I want to be in the picture. It kills some of the elders, and I'd like to have at least a few elders in the picture. And Leaf Star and Soul have to be in camp. So it happens like at this like golden spot at the beginning of the second book of the flood or whatever it's called. Do I have any animation tips? With Adobe Animate. To speed up your work? Oops. Learning the quick keys. So like in Adobe Animate, I know a lot of quick keys because I know the one for like copying a keyframe, I know the one for splitting up the keyframe, I know one for adding in a blank keyframe, I know one for going up like upwards and forwards through the timeline or backwards and forwards through the time. If you kind of like learn the keyframes, that will help your work like speed up a lot. But that's like for anything. I just use quick keys a lot. That's another reason why I don't like using screen tablets, because I rely heavily on like using the keyboard to like quickly shift through my brushes and stuff. Finished SkyClan and the Stranger. I did reread SkyClan and the Stranger. I mean, it takes like a couple hours to read for this picture. Yeah. Like specifically animation advice, I'm probably not the best one to give. How many completed maps am I in? I don't know. I have a playlist of like maps that are completed that I participated in, so you'll be able to tell from there. Summer showers. I did RiverClan's forest camp in the summer, so I can't pick summer for RiverClan's forest camp. That is the one season I cannot draw RiverClan in. Do you like the newer series or the older series? I don't know. The other thing I don't get about SkyClan and the Gorge is how does the moon, like the pool where they talk to StarClan, work? Like, they say that you have to go inside, like, the rock pile. So I made, like, a little entrance right here. But I'm not even sure. And then they have the glowing moss. Do I think Hawkwing deserves to be leader? Sure, why not? They made Hairstar leader after all. Okay. I find it way easier to draw backgrounds in stages. Like in this one, this is probably my third sketch. And it kind of like helped me kind of mold it to be the way I want it to. I don't know. I don't know. I wish I had more interesting, like, I feel like I'm not very good at like explaining my process. Yeah, it's like in the cave behind, like under the rock pile, and there's like glowing moss, and it's like my favorite clan. I don't know if I really have a favorite. I kind of like them all. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this part of the picture. I feel like I should have trees or something, like up here. But I also just don't know. I guess it depends on the season. I feel like I have to pick on a season if I'm gonna do foliage. Foliage. Clouds. It is SkyClan after all. I should probably have sky in the picture. You see, this whole left side is dedicated to a cat that I actually want to figure out. Like, I don't know. Like, it could be interesting to have Soul right here, and he's kind of like on the other side of camp. Yeah, the cave is underneath the rock pile. Separated from the crowd. There are a couple loners though. You think I should have Soul talking to Egg? I'm gonna add Egg into this picture. Okay, see ya, vibes. Egg. I don't know. Ravenpaw and Varley, I guess? There aren't that many loners. Yeah, I could have Soul over here. Or maybe he's like, I kind of want him to be big because I like Soul and I want him to be a nice big picture in the camp. Pada, I don't speak that language, so I'm not going to be able to answer your question. You'll have to say it in English, I'm sorry. That's true, Shrewtooth is like, yeah, he could be like sitting right here. Like, we could have Soul right here. And he's, well, maybe he's like planning. He's kind of sunbathing, and then he's also just like this. And then I don't know, maybe the kits are right here. Here's like Leaf Star. Or maybe this is Billy Storm, I don't know. One of them. And they can be like right here, and she's like right here, and they're being super cute and playing right here. Wow! School soul squatting with intent. And then maybe, because Shrewtooth and Egg were both loners, I'd imagine they were pretty good friends. So maybe they're like back here. And they're both like, he's given us loners a bad name. I don't know. There's a lot of blank space in this picture on this side though. I mean, I could add like bushes or something. Something in the foreground to kind of make it a little bit more. This is the medicine cat den. So I typically would like, I don't know, I'm definitely going to put foliage in this area right here, but I typically have one of the medicine cat apprentices next to it, or medicine cats next to it. Freckle Wish is a full medicine cat in this. If you liked Power of 3, you'll like Omen of the Stars. IMO. I don't know, maybe there's like a cat right here, and then... Do I like Omen of the Stars? Yeah. I feel like I'm kind of obligated to. I did try to animate, like, the 4th apprentice. I also want Sharp Claw in this image. I want him to be pretty front and center because he's not going to be in the next one. But this, like, one of these could be Sharp Claw. Yeah, Sharp Tail with Cherry Tail. I kind of forgot that they were a couple. Okay, what if this is Sharp Claw? Like, this could be Cherry. Leaf would be like right here. And then this would be Harry, Fire, and Storm. This song is from Triforce Heroes. This is just an autumn playlist from Nintendo. Billy. This was the Elder's Den, so this has to be one of the elders. So like Tangle or Lichen Fur. Skystar? Nah. If I was gonna have somebody like that, I'd have Skywatcher. Clear Sky is gonna be in the 4 trees picture, so he'll get his moment. This is the nursery. Hold on, I have to pull up I have to pull up the Warriors Wiki to see who's in the nursery. Alrighty, so Clovertail and Follow Fern are in the nursery. So this would be either Clover or Follow. So usually I'll have like a whole entire document up with like all the cats that need to be in the picture. And as I like label them, I mark them off in the document so I don't miss anyone. But I feel like I need another person over here. Like, it's too, like, but they'd have to be like, yeah. I'd imagine that he's like, he maybe like looks over to him and be like, I don't think he's, like if this is Egg, right? Or if this is like someone, and then Sure Tooth is like, I don't trust him, And he's like talking about him. Maybe he's like leaning in. Sure Tooth, my design for Sure Tooth, I believe he's pretty tall, so he'd be like right here. And then he's like, I don't trust him, me. Like, I feel like he would hear him. They have to be a little further away. Soul needs to have pointy ears, even in his silhouette. Who are these three that are slipping? Okay, I'm going to pull up my notes here. And start labeling these guys to see who I still need to add. Here, I'll zoom out a little bit. Okay, so SkyClan and the Stranger. Let me grab SkyClan's Destiny. Add Egg. And then grab the characters for SkyClan and the Stranger. Okay. We have Billy Storm, Bounce Fire, Bird Paw, Cherry Tail, Clovertail, Ebony Claw. Do I have Ebony Claw? Yeah. Echo Song, Follow Fern, Fire Kit, Echo Song is a really good name. The SkyClan has had consistently some of the best names. Like even up to like current genre or whatever. Like there's Kite Scratch. There's Fidget Flake. Violet Shine. That's pretty. You had oh goodness. Just like they have some good names. Okay, so Follow Fern. Not an elder yet. Harry Kit. Harvey Moon. Honey Paw. Isn't Honey Paw the one that dies in Hawkwing's Journey? Yeah, they are weirder. Leaf Star. Lichen Fur. Mint Fur. Okay, Mint Fur. Nettle Splash. So I guess SkyClan's manga happens at least 6 months after SkyClan's Destiny because Nettle Splash was a kit in SkyClan's Destiny. Patchfoot. Freckle Wish. Frecklepaw gets her medicine cat name at the end of SkyClan's Destiny. Yeah, Bouncefire was killed by Darktail. Petal Nose. Petal Nose. Plum Willow. That's such a, like, they're so pretty. Plum Willow? Such a good name. Okay. Rabbit Leap. Rockshade. Sandy Paw. AKA a man who died. Bouncefire is a good name. Sharpclaw, Shrewtooth, Soul, Sparrowpelt, Spotted Leaf. Oh, you're just dead though. Okay. Stormkit, Tangle, Tiny Cloud. Tiny Cloud is like one of the best names. Wasp Whisker. Okay. So the cats that went missing is Creek Feather. Creek Feather was a kit. He got his warrior name at the end of SkyClan's Destiny and then he's never mentioned again, so I'll add him. Tiny Cloud and Little Cloud are Princess Arca. I think Tiny Cloud's still alive. Isn't she? Yeah. She's 10 years old. Egg. Snookthorn, but he's not. And then Sage Nose. Sage Nose disappears in the manga, but he reappears in Hawkwing's Journey, so we'll add him. Let's see if there's any other cat that disappeared and reappeared in Hawkwing's Journey. Hawkwing's Journey takes place like 6 years after the manga happens. Can you believe that? It's like, well, at least it's like 5 or 6. Yeah, it's like an insane time jump that I don't even think they realize. It was like that much. Hawkwing's Journey. For Hawkwing's Journey. I remember when Hawkwing's Journey came out and I was like, I don't even know who you are. And then I realized I wasn't alone. No one knew who he was. Okay, we've got... Hawkwing's Journey is a depressing quest. I feel like how many cats died in Hawkwing's Journey is like what we were expecting to happen in Broken Code. Like we all wanted a call of all of the clans because there's like 30 or 40 cats in each clan now, and Hawkwing's Journey would be hard to make something with because it doesn't even, I mean, I guess it does technically have a happy end. It doesn't really. Not, I mean, it does eventually because they finally make it to the clans, but at what cost, you know? Nettle Splash, carry moss to the elders, and that's such an apprentice job. We have Bird Paw, Honey Paw, and Sandy Paw, so we have... I don't know. I don't know if there'd be fish in this stream. I guess there would be. Maybe like little minnows. Nettle Splash really does... Or Creek Feather really does just disappear. Did they ever mention that? I mean, I'm sure he could have died, but... I'm gonna add him. Oh. That's true. I forgot that happens. And I literally just read the book. Okay. So let's see who we have. Okay, so you're saying Nettle Splash. Okay. So Nettle Splash you think should be this one. Because this is the Elderston right here. Okay, I'll humor you. Nettle Splash. This can be Lichen Fur. I don't know. There's 2 elders, so we'll add another elder right here. Maybe the other one is like kind of getting some sunshine. Over here. Yeah, I wanted Lichen Fur in the picture, so that's why it has to be before the flood happens, because she dies in the flood in this book. Scratching claws on wood. I did that. Oh, I haven't finished that picture. I did that in the Shadow Clan Lake camp that I started. I had apprentices scratching. Maybe this is kind of a weird angle, isn't it? Oh, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I guess elders can still scratch on wood. Can elders scratch on wood? Do they want to? Whatever, we'll just have them like this for now. We'll figure out the pose later. He'll just be like this. Like, yeah. Apple always scratches like this. Like, she's like very concerned. she's like, I have to make sure this is done properly. Do not. I don't know. We'll just have him over here. We'll figure it out. I feel like I should have him like scratch up like this. Like he can be like this. Yeah. What does my tangle look like? See, I draw these and then I'm like, what did they actually like? I don't remember what he looks like. Tangle. Oh goodness gracious, he is a cat. Look at this cat. This is what my tangle looks like. He definitely looks like he's a little rat. He would definitely keep his claws sharp. He definitely gives everyone a couple whacks every now and then. Apple, when she scratches her claws, she like keeps her legs down. She goes like this. I don't know. I'll look up a reference later in life. Okay. We'll just do that for now. We'll just say he's over here. Okay. Let me mark these guys off. Okay, we've already done the elders. Isn't that amazing? Tangle and Lichenfur. And we had Nettle Splash. Okay. And then this has to be either Frecklewish. How long am I gonna spend on this pick? I could finalize him in a minute and it would be later in life. Later in life just gives it me plenty of time to consider when I'm going to do it. Okay, so we wanted this to be Soul. And then I could have him kind of covered up by some bushes right here. I have to get rid of this, like... Originally I wanted to put a lot more cats around here. But I do like the idea of Soul just kind of being, like, on his own. And it said that... So it said that the Gorge there's one side that gets all of the sunshine, and there's one side that's always in the shade. So I assume this is the side that gets all the sunshine. So everything's gonna be here. And then this will be all in shadows. So I like the idea of having Soul in the shadows. So I might do something different with this. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. Okay, so Soul, and then I wanted this to be Shrew, Tooth, and this to be Egg. I like that. So let me mark those guys off. Okay. So, do we want this to be Echo Song or Frecklewish? Who do we want to be outside, right outside the medicine den? Like, doing herb things. Doing medicine cat and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, Freckle. Freckle's gonna be in the next picture too, though. Like, I could have Freckle... Yeah, Freckle was born. She was literally an apprentice in SkyClan's Destiny. Like, Freckle is gonna be in the next picture. Like, she's still alive in the lake. Echo is not alive in the lake. So I feel like whichever one is going to be closer to the camera, we should have Echo Song. Originally, I thought maybe one of these could be Echo Song, but... I don't know. I'll make this one Echo Song for now. We can always change it later. And then we were thinking this one would be Sharp Claw, and this one could be Cherry. Because they are said to get kind of like buddy-buddy in the manga. And Sharp Claw dies, so... I like him to be in front. Echo Song. Leaf Star. We wanted Leaf Star and Billy Storm and her kids to be up front. Well, I don't think there'd be lily pads because it's like a running river. Lily pads happen in ponds. We'll have Billy right here. And Leaf Star right here, maybe. I don't know. And then... who cares? We'll figure out which one of these. We'll just label them all. Until I figure out what they're doing. I just need to figure out how many more cats I need to include into the picture. Ebony. Fresh kill pile. I don't know where it would be. Probably like where there's shade. Like I could see the first kill pile even being on the other side. Like close to the rocks. So that it's always in the shade so it doesn't get too like stanky. Okay, we've got 3 cats here. So we could make this the siblings, Rockshade, Bouncefire, and Tiny Cloud. We could also make them Plum Willow, Rabbit Leap, and Creek Feather. We could make them could make it a bunch of daylight warriors, like MacGyver, Harvey Moon, and Ebony Claw. Yeah, I haven't like put any foliage around the cliffs yet because I needed the cliffs to be like they're not gonna look this like geometric by the end of it. Like in my original here, let me show you what my first sketch looked like. So like see I had plants I started to like add in. I just took them out while I was trying to figure out what it was gonna look like. Okay, this one will be easy. This is the nursery, so this one can only be follow fern or clover tail. Clover tail is Patchfoot's mate, right? Follow fern I think is Wasp Whisker, so both of them could still be. Yeah, Wasp Whisker. Which design do I like better? I think they're both still alive. Maybe Clovertail's not. I think they're both alive though. No, she was abducted by 2 legs. So she's not gonna be in the next one. We'll make this Clover. This Clover is Patchfoot, and we can add Patchfoot like... Maybe she's talking to Patchfoot and he's on like the... Like maybe Patchfoot is right here. And he's like, hey! Look what I brought you, and he has like a squirrel or something. Maybe her favorite squirrel. Exactly, Dia. Like how I literally never learn. And then she's like, oh my gosh, it's my favorite. You shouldn't have. Ah, I love you. Or whatever people say when they're in love. Whatever. Okay. And then maybe we'll have Follow Fern right here. And she's like, actually, I feel like Follow Fern could be like, I actually feel like these guys are probably too big for how far in the background they are. I fix that later in life. And then Follow Fern can be like, maybe she's sweeping up. They say that there's a giant boulder that like covers most of the nursery entrance, which I'm trying to get. I don't know. I also kind of imagine that it's probably pretty dangerous to have the nursery with like. I added this one cliff here because I was like, oh well, kits can probably like bounce if they bounce off, they don't go too far. Okay. I don't know. I would assume Tail has to be up here somewhere. They both don't have kits anymore, but they just had kits and they're like helping. They're like helping Leaf Star throughout the manga. I don't know. We'll just have a cat. Oh gosh, I don't know what she could be doing. I kind of want her to like be cleaning up, but it's hard to show that. I could move the boulder over to this side and then like have her move moss out from the. But I like the tree having its root for the boulder. Ay ay ay. I'm trying to think. Brain is empty today though. Yeah, she could be. Well, the only problem is there's only 3 kits in the camp, and all 3 of them are right here. Because they're all siblings, so I'd assume they're probably playing with each other. Yeah, it is unfortunate. I like having more kits in camp, but it's very hard to find a. I think in the ThunderClan Lake camp, the quarry, the time frame I picked was right before the final battle, and I think there will be 5 kits in camp, and I want to say that's probably the most we're gonna see, because we'll have actually there might be more than 5. I don't know. No, I think that there's 5 because I think it's Lily Kit, Seed Kit, Snow Kit, Dew Kit, and Amber Kit. SkyClan moss beds. Yeah. Maybe she's like pushing moss over the edge. Like what somebody said. Or maybe she's like setting moss up to dry right here. Don't you, like, you would think that they kind of like have to have the moss dry before they That's the other thing I never got in the books is like they just like pick up moss and like put it right. I don't know if you guys ever played outside when you were a kid, but like you pick up moss outside and it's always wet. I'm like, what kind of moss are they using? What is this song? No, I'm not gonna put Soul with Leaf Star. Yeah. She could be doing, she's probably gonna be doing something over here. We'll just have Follow Fern right here. Stop thinking about it too hard. Just add them, okay? Patch. Spending all your time. They literally live on Sunning Rocks. Metal Splash is way too big. Everyone's so big. We'll fix it. That's fine for now. Okay. Soul Egg. I think we'll make these cats that are sleeping. The problem with that, Austin, is that the apprentices in SkyClan's manga don't have mentors. So I can't make a mentor training the apprentice because I don't know who was training them. Okay, we have Petal Nose and Sparrow Pelt. They're like elder warriors at this point. I think that they're actually like retired by the next book. So the warrior's den is up here. Or Sparrow Pelt. No, he's not. We already have Patchfoot. Oh my god, this is where it starts to get crazy. We have two cats up here, just chilling and having a good time. Yeah, they do usually have mentors. There's no allegiance in the manga, so they just didn't really bother to mention. Let's see, let's make this Petal Nose. Maybe Petal Nose is really good friends with... I mean, she's probably really good friends with Sparrow. Even though Sparrow dates her daughter. Whoopsie! I kind of want to make this tiny. Bounce. And rock. Actually, we'll make this one Rock Shade. Bounce. Tiny. They were good at jumping. Jumping level 10. Okay, so we are missing Leaf Star. We've got We need Wasp Whisker. We need Ebony Claw. We need Harvey Moon. MacGyver. Mint Fur. Plum Willow. Rabbit Leaf. Rabbit Leap. Creek Feather. And Sage Nose. I feel like I'm missing someone. Sage Nose. Thanks, Cher. I should be on for at least another hour. Why should I make Harvey Moon eating fresh kill? Like, you're really insistent on that. That's like the Rain Wings in Wings of Fire. Who am I missing? Am I missing someone? No, I'm not. Sage Nose and Mintford don't have. Harvey Moon was lazy? Maybe this is Harvey Moon. I like specifically remember that they like don't eat in the manga. Like the kitty pet warriors. They're like, we don't have to eat because we've already been fed. We'll just hunt for the clan. Which is why I'm like, I don't think that him eating is that. I don't know. I don't have Sandy Paw yet. Who's Sandy Paw's mate? Sandy Nose. Plum Willow. This could be Sandy Nose racing Plum. Sandy Paw racing Plum Willow. Maybe they were like... I also think it could be Sage Nose and Bird Paw. Because they were also... They make Fidget Flake. That's like birds. That's cute. What? Are you sure? I don't remember this at all. I remember Harvey Moon and Ebony Claw like yeet back. Okay, importantly, who is MacGyver? Maybe MacGyver's this one? Maybe he's officiating the race? How do you spell freaking MacGyver? Why are there so many consonants back to back to back? Okay. Let's add all those. I just have to figure out how many more cats I need to add to this picture. Harvey Moon, MacGyver, Plum, Sandy. Okay, Bird Paw and Honey Paw. I think one of these guys should be. The Apprenticedon is this one. I think that one of these guys should be. I already got Rockshade. I think this will be Bird. This could be Honey. No, I feel like this can be Honey. Okay, we're missing Freckle Wish, Wasp Whisker, Ebony Claw, Mint Fur, Rabbit Leap, and Creek Feather. Okay, so this could be Creek and Rabbit. Like cheering on their sister. And then we need Sage and Mint. Who are... One of them can be this one. What do they look like? Isn't there like a couple of Mint Furs? Which one's Mint Fur? Oh, Nettle Splash and Mint Fur. I actually have them like literally together in their picture. I literally drew them together. We'll make this Mint. This could be Ebony. She's a black cat, so it'll be nice to have a nice silhouette of her. So we need Freckle. This could be Freckle actually, instead of Mint. Maybe she's, I don't know, did she like stop being a kitty pet before Hawkwing's journey? Because she was a kitty pet, a daylight warrior. She's a daylight warrior. I think she doesn't stay behind, she goes missing. Okay, so if I do that... Yeah, she's in the new books. They find her when they go back to the Gorge. Okay, so after adding those ones, we need Wasp Whisker, Sage Nose, and Mint Fur. So we need 3 more cats in this picture. So we We can have a cat. There's like no cats right here. Do you think a cat would just like block the road by stretching like this? I think that's a pretty cat thing to do. To just like block the road for a second just to do a stretchy stretch. Very cat. And then maybe there's a cat up here that's like, hey, what are you doing? Maybe they're just coming back from like hunting. I don't know. And then he's like, it's heavy. Look at all those cats. Look at all those chickens. I might switch this. I might make Leaf Star right here. I might switch this. It doesn't matter. I keep pressing F accidentally instead of X. Or instead of D. Billy. We'll make Billy here. We'll make Leaf here. For now. I could have the river split. Or just, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might have Billy playing with the kids. Even though he's not very good with them apparently in the books. I keep accidentally paying respects and changing my Photoshop's dimension size. Move her in a little bit. I think that's everyone. That's technically all the cats I need. Whether or not these are the actual ones that are gonna stay is very debatable, but that's how many cats have to be in the picture. Let's try to figure out what we can do with this blank spot right here. So, let me look at the gorge again. Please? Wiki? Please? Load? Okay. At the bottom of the gorge, near the river source, pile of boulders. Dens are caves in the rock wall. The lowest is the medicine cat. Close to the river where plants grow, so there should be plants around there. The outer cave has an inner cave. The highest is the worsted. Nursery cave is just below the elders. is a cave with glowing moss called the Whispering Cave. Okay, so there should be foliage in the bottom. Hey, Flame. What kind of foliage do you think the gorge has? Do you think it has ferns and stuff? That's like even more ThunderClan-y, but I don't know. Do you guys think, to those of you that have read Riverstar's Home, this is kind of spoilers, I guess, but in Riverstar's Home, they'd have tough shrubs. Yeah. In Riverstar's Home, at the end of the book, Riverstar goes on a journey to help the cats of the park or whatever. On this journey, he finds the cats at the park and they are living beside a gorge. It is said that on this journey, Riverstar follows the river up, just like Firestar did. So my question to you guys is, do you think the cats at the park are camped on top of the same gorge that SkyClan eventually uses when they are exiled from the forest? That's your question of the day. What's your plant suggestion? I was thinking about it the other day. Cattails? Nah, cattails are like exclusively RiverClan. Shrubs I could do. Kind of like a mostly like a mostly scraggly bush, like something like this. And it is supposed to be during the winter, so I mean it's a little, it's just hard to simplify a bush like that. Some of the modern SkyClan cats are descendants from the cats of the park. Definitely true. Could be. Like, you're talking like shrubs like that? Or lichen grows on rocks, so it would have to be like rocks right here. So to do lichen, I'd have to do like a rock pile right here and like have lichen on the rocks. Let's look up. I mean, lichen grows on things. So like I could have a dead tree with lichen on it, or there's like a specific mention of yellow lichen on a rock in the center of SkyClan's lake camp is what I think of when I think of lichen in the books. Wild blueberry can grow in rocky terrain. This is very interesting. I gotta look this up. Sandy terrain, not sandy. Let's do sandstone terrain foliage plants. Nah. It's like crazy, like it's not like I can like start putting stupid cactuses in it. It can't look like it's in Arizona or something. Blueberry is interesting. Shrubs. Wild shrubs. Let's see. It'd have to be like about this size. Whatever it is. We'll just have like the river go like that. But whatever is right here needs to be about this size. So like we'd either need like, if it's blueberries, let's look at blueberry bushes. Wild blueberry bushes. Hey Madeline. They have rounded leaves. Like kind of round pointy leaves. They have like these types of leaves. And then they'd have like blueberries right here. I gave blackberries to ThunderClan, and I gave holly berries to ShadowClan. I guess SkyClan can have blueberries. Soap. At a risk of it looking too much like the holly bushes. I mean, they have completely different leaves than the holly bushes, but I could even have like some bushes along this. See, that doesn't make much sense though, because this side doesn't get that much. This side of the camp does not get that much sun. So I feel like anything that was growing on this side would be something that doesn't need a lot of sunshine or dead. So like bushes that are dead. Well, it's not gonna, like, you'd have to look for somewhere in mushies. They'd have to have like a dead tree on this edge for mushies. Because the foliage in West Virginia is going to be different than British foliage, unfortunately. Even though, I mean, honestly, let's all be serious here. I've been basing all the foliage in these pictures off of Appalachian territory, so like... The other thing I could do is I can take this picture and move it over here. And then... No, I don't like that. See, I think originally when I was sketching out this composition, I thought that there'd be many more cats on this edge. So I might have to fix that. I might have to scrap all of this to like balance out the composition. But yeah, I could have like more rocks on this edge with some more lichen and stuff. I usually have a pretty chill chat, except for when I start making fun of minor characters in Warrior Cats. So that's why I don't know if I kind of prefer it to be a slower chat. Like I feel like I should have some deader trees on this edge because I have dead trees up on that side, and if I had like a dead I did have to be careful with like if I'm gonna add a tree on this edge, I need it to not like I need soul to still be like extremely visible, and it'll be hard to like then if I did this, but then I have all of this right here, and I mean I guess I could put some moss on this and a couple more, maybe like have a tree branch that's kind of like overhanging the so many live streams right now. It is Friday. If I had one going across the river. It's just hard to like, I don't want it to overtake anything. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like I don't want it to create unnecessary, like I feel like the tree would have to be pointing at something. So like if you do end up following like the tree to its end, it's like pointing at some cats. So you don't just like get it pointed to like a random part in the picture and kind of get lost. But if I did cover the rest of this up with boulders, and then like there's technically like a fallen tree or something like that in let's see. I do feel like maybe mostly rocks with like a little bit of like dead bushes would probably be the way to go. Cheddar Gorge. I gotta look this up. Whoa. That is a very steep cliff. So this one, there's actually a lot of foliage. A fire witch. Oh, very pink. Very, very pink. When do they bloom? Smoke ball. Nar. Fire witch bloom. They bloom all summer. They're like almost always in bloom. This thing looks like its pink's not real. It's like way too pink. That is interesting though. Welsh poppy? Is Welsh poppy different from... Is it still red? No, they're yellow. And orange. Okay. I tend to do research, but not that much with the foliage. It's mostly like, I've been to a gorge before. I saw ferns there. Puts ferns in them. Maybe we'd have some plants right here. I'd imagine it could be pretty mossy over here. I haven't really thought about this part of the picture at all. Sad face. It's vibes only. Only vibes in this house. Leaves. Yeah, I feel like we should have leaves. Leaves that blew over from the wind. Yeah, Welsh poppies are yellow and orange, it seems. Poppies are red? Everyone knows this. What do you mean you don't in America? All of the cats that are named Poppy, like Poppy Dawn, Poppy Frost, like Poppy Dawn is red. So that means that they have red poppies. Poppy Frost is not red. But you get it. There's Poppy Cloud. Is tortoiseshell. Never mind. Oh yeah. I did draw her as yellow. I kind of forgot her name was Tall Poppy. Yeah, and then I imagined foliage like, or I imagined foliage like over here. I'm not sure what kind of foliage yet, but I imagined some sort of bushes, maybe some flowers in this area. I kind of imagined like some foliage right here. Maybe some ferns. See, whenever I think of ferns as like exclusively of like a ThunderClan thing. But I mean, technically they would be in... Like, I kind of hate giving other clans ferns. I do a lot of hostas. Mostly because hostas leaves are like enormous. So you can just draw. Here, this is what a hosta looks like. I have them outside. Hold on, let me see if I can get a hosta and a cat in the same picture, and you guys. Hosta and a cat. This is a very specific picture, Google. I know you can give me one. Okay, this one will have to do. This is a cat in hosta leaves. So, like, hostas are ginormous. Their leaves are massive. So you don't have to draw that many of them. See. Giant hosta leaves. The cheat of the century. And then I imagine there might be some foliage around the tree. Yeah, they're probably hostas. Hostas have enormous leaves. They're bushes. They're like flowers though. They bloom in spring. And then after that they just look like bushes. I have them all around. There's also mayflowers. Mayflowers have ginormous leaves. Compared to like a cat. And jack-in-the-pulpits. What is their actual name? That's just what they call it here. The jack-in-the-pulpits. That's what they're called. Tall, long strands that the leaves grew from. I don't know. I'm not as good with plants. I only know like a couple. I imagine that there's a bunch of plants over here. Kind of like this is the leader's den up here, by the way. Two to 3 feet long and huh. Did they have flowers or anything, or was it just like just the leaves? Yeah. Cats are very small. Googling plants right now as I speak. I'd imagine most of the plants probably grow on this side because that's the side that gets all the sun. Actually, I'm gonna put moss on this. Wait, moss grows where there's not. Yeah, somebody said to do ivy, like, that could be interesting to have ivy, like, kind of growing down the... I may have underestimated the size. That's crazy, because I feel like as a kid, you, like, overestimate the size. How does one draw ivy? Ivy vines. Okay. They'd be like kind of clustered. Alright. But do you draw her with 2 torn ears or 1 torn ears? In the manga, my favorite cat was probably... I really liked the kits. I love that they like... They're always like, oh my gosh, Storm Kid's eye's gonna be torn out of his head. Mom, help us. Ah! I like specifically remember that scene. It was hilarious. It is pretty realistic. Maybe... Yeah. We can have ivy kind of growing. We'll have ivy following the lines I've already set up if I do add ivy into this. Sorry, I'm going quiet. Avoid cats to redraw your designs or camps? Yeah, sure, why not? You mean like draw your own designs? Or just draw like your own illustration with the camp? Like if you just want to use my designs or my camp layouts, go for it. Piggly pig. ivy could actually be a good way to differentiate between like the floor of the... Yeah, they are Tygramations. They've been free to use since like 2015. And a lot of maps in 2015 used them. You're sharing them on Tumblr? I gotta look at this. Everyone, it's so funny when I posted that, like, hey, I've been hosting my design blog for 10 years picture, and it had like all the fire stars that I've designed, and people were like, yeah, 2015 was the best fire star, and I'm like, bruh, you're right though. Peaked at 2015. I think people like the 2015 Firestar because that's the one that was used for all the maps. Jesus! Holy crap! What in the world is this leaf? This looks photoshopped! Hold on, let me show it on screen for everyone. This looks photoshopped. Look at it. What is this? It almost looks like it's a pumpkin leaf. This is massive. Pumpkin leaves don't get... I mean, they can get pretty big. But not that big. This thing is like as big as me. Okay. It looks like it's like some type of gourd plant. Like a gourd. It's crazy that plants can just like be that big. Ooh, have ivy hang down from this. Look at that. I feel like I did this with the Shadow Clan camp actually, now that I think about it. Sometimes it's hard not to like reuse ideas for each camp. Oh wait, hold on. My chat froze. You guys have been talking. And I didn't get it. No, it's not a hosta because that's what I was showing earlier, and hostas aren't that big. Blanket, cat burritos. That's what the medicine. Okay, I'm catching up on chat. But now that you said the cat burrito or cat blanket, I'm just thinking of like medicine cats burritoing like kits in that leaf so that they can like put ointment on them and stuff. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm definitely losing steam. Elephant ear? Now I gotta look it up. Again. Oh my gosh. They really are as big as a child. Butter burr. Oh yeah, those are huge too. They look more like hostas. But I feel like the ones in this picture are too like the butterburs fold in, like they have that like they fold into themselves type of thing. Yeah, they're more rounded. Who just planted elephant ears and was like, oh yeah, now this is gardening. I think I'll add more foliage, like going up the cliffs here. Oh, we're out of music. Just draw an elephant ear in this picture. We'll draw it right here, guys. Actually, it's probably even bigger than this. Oh yeah, they're way more huge than that. They're like this big. People would see this picture and be like, that is so not accurate. And I'm like, actually, it is. Okay. Oops. Elephant ears in camp. These are already like super tiny bushes. Like if you think about it. I think that if I added like foliage, like I think a bunch of ivy could actually work fairly well to cover, like, to give some greenery too. That's a lot. That's so much work. Oh man, I'm getting tired. Might have to work on this more tomorrow. I like the idea of like the ivy hanging down and like it's like kind of covering up the dens a little bit. I don't know. We'll see if I like that tomorrow. I tend to sketch something out and then the next day I come back and if I like it, it can stay. If I don't like it, I redraw it. I feel like if I was gonna do ivy like this though, I have to go all the way. Like I have to go ham. I might reread the Firestar's quest when they come to the Gorge and see how he describes it. It's usually not very helpful. I mean, there would be a lot of ivy if there was ivy. Okay, well I think I'm gonna end it here today anyway. I'll look at it again tomorrow and see if I want to continue the ivy or if I want to go a different direction. Maybe decide on a season. I do like the idea of it being like maybe a little rainy. But I also like the idea of it having like a really sharp shadow where like half the clan is like in shadow and half of it's in the sunshine. So it just depends. Boy.